Ladies and gentlemen, from the land of the giants and the land of the pure, where mountains and rivers and rocks endure, with new vistas, plot twisters, fish with no chips, chips with no dips, new relationships. Vapors of gold label got me stirred and shaken, but feeling awakened, and as a result, I, the adult, am here to say, Assalamu alaikum. It has been difficult. Ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be a conversation because it's been a while since miseducation, and now it's time for some sophistication, some inflection, some cross-examination. A bit more appreciation of what flows from my mouth to your mind. So be kind to these new mutilations, these unconfined lyrical infestations, this transformation into something more refined. Good heavens, it's a magical time to be alive. Numbers got me in overdrive. Not 1, not 2, not 4, 5, 6. Let me give you a lesson on the significance of number 7. 7 are the notes on the musical scale. 7 deadly sins that made Brad wail. 7 are the week's component days. 7 are the colors in the spectrum of light waves. 7 were the dwarves who kept Snow White safe. And 7 are the heavens up there in space. So with this new 7th season, I've got a reason to feel lucky, you might say. I've been seething and searching for meaning. This feeling of which I'm speaking, it tingles like shingles, it burns. The seeking is over, and now I just roll up, take the mic and a bow, because Dorian knows the rhythm returns. I'm the showman. Lyrical concoctor, fire starter, bad boy. Hit the flow, man. Send doctors from the psych ward after this mad boy. Here's a factoid. I may not be in Pakistan, but I certainly am a Pakistan. Get it? Pakistan? Armed with a loose leaf ink and a pen, a repeat offender doing it again. I'm reckless, less feckless, say hell yes. When I roll up with my ex in a Lexus, to menace some jokers for breakfast, a verbal tempest without political correctness. Hold on. Now let me get my flow on. You've seen the person behind the curtain, now know the facade. It's no more. Spelled G-N-O-M-O-N. So when we separate the boys from the men, when you say, oh no, it's Ghazali again, still ditching the blue and red and taking the green pill, still not giving a fill, at least he's consistent. But know then that the shadow caster shines from within. Darkness gives context to the light. Don't the photons seem bright? Maybe I'll tell you the time in a while like I'm a sundial, but darkness scintillates. I scintillate. I tempt my fate, I may be great. If I hate on a lady or pop pills do not go crazy, could I be a giant and maybe throw a shadow over shady? Shh. Dorian's given me poetic license to highlight through verbal signs my nefarious designs that gnash, gnaw, and gnaw your diaphragm till you align. Like 007 but without the gadgets or Bond girls or violence. You don't pronounce it in the spelling, but the G behind the facade is anything but silent. It's a steal the stage name, meet the rage name, be brazen and break the cage name, don't act your age name. Maybe earn me a wage name, sure it's a strange name. In the race for fame, where's the space for change? Where's the new and the strange? Is it all the same, same, same? Be funny, chase money, chase some young honey. Do I look like a dummy? Like I'm a marionette chasing dollars and stilettos? Before I do that, I'll take pliers, cut the wires, and use them to stab old man Geppetto. No regret. Oh, I am not the same person. What was lurking has surfaced like the Meg, but only worse. So this is the secret. What's the point in living like a phoenix? Rebirth upon rebirth as the same thing, same breed, same genus. Come on, Cletus, hand me a Kleenex. I'll wipe the slate clean up because this is a true remix. Hallelujah. I'd rather die of Barabbas and come back of Jesus. You better believe it. Dorian knows the crime. Dorian knows I'm going over time. Gotta make sure Dorian knows the rhyme because Dorian knows the rhythm returns. I told you, Dorian, to put my ashes in an urn. I told you don't spill them. Unless you're ill, then in that case I should be really concerned. Dorian, just like me, you never learn. You let me on the stage again to give them heartburn. Dorian, did you forget what you heard? Instead of scattering me to the winds, I find myself interred. So many months I waited for you on the curb. What were you doing? Were you smoking some herb? Maybe I'll get you up on Between Two Ferns, have Zach attack you till you wish he'd return, or maybe I'll just thank you and say shukran. Because Dorian, you know that the rhythm returns. My neurosis was bogus. I sat back and just roasted. I went upwards, inwards, sinwards. And now I put y'all on notice the notion of ferocious and relentless focus in motion. Last scene when Slash brought back Guns N' Roses. You think I'm precocious or atrociously braggadocious? Nay, I am supercalifragilisticexpialidocious with a magnum opus, no sleight of hand, no smoke and mirrors, no hocus pocus. The prognosis is that this poetic discourse is not a race. I'll just keep the pace, just keep the faith. Now see this face and watch this space.